Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. It's a full Celtic Cross reading. And I'm asking this for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It doesn't matter. All three count. The energy's coming in for Aries. As you know, I do try to get a positive reading. But if not, we work through it. Remember, Tarot is here to help, not to hinder. And I shuffle and I meditate on these cards beforehand. I just shuffle them again for, your benefit so you can see it. But right here, the incoming energy, you're feeling a little disappointed about something. Or you're not seeing all the positives in your life. Because you're just seeing the 3 spilt cups before you in this card. But there's 2 full cups behind you, but you're just not seeing them. So, the story of this card, or the meaning of this card, is to look for the positives. Look for things that are relevant in your life, and don't look at things that, you can't do anything about. And that's just coming in. Let's see what else is going on. Communications is off. That's the subject at hand. That's the 8 of Wands in reverse. It's communications not going back and forth readily. Or maybe you're waiting to hear from somebody or something, and maybe that's why you're disappointed. What's crossing it? Page of Swords. Again, it could be a message, but it also could be something of an air sign. It can be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or, like I said, messages you're expecting, and they're just not coming through, and you're getting impatient, possibly. The goal, you don't want to argue and fight and battle over certain things that are irrelevant in your life with the 5 of Wands in reverse. Foundation, you felt like something came to a halt with the Chariot in reverse. Now remember, I'm going to clarify these, and it could change up the story quite a bit, so bear with me. We're going to clarify all these with my other deck. In the past, you felt like you had a victory coming in. You felt like something good was coming in. But it's like you're not hearing about something you were waiting for. And you felt like, is it ever going to come through? That's what you're thinking. Move these up a little over here. In the near future, you feel like your gut intuition was off. You feel like you second-guessed yourself, and maybe you got ahead of yourself. That's what you're thinking. Possible future outcome or advice from the universe. The Sun in reverse. I'm thinking you're getting impatient on something that's supposed to come in. So let's find out if it does come in. Outside influences, the Ace of Rods. It will come in. I think it's going to come in. But it's like I said, you're impatient about something. Patience. You gotta, and you don't like not knowing. Also, with the High Priestess there. Hopes and fears. You're afraid you won't get a home, or happiness in the home, or the things that you love in your home that are fun and passionate. That's the 4 of Wands in the upright. That's what you're wanting. That's your hopes. You're wanting this, and you may be afraid you won't get them. The outcome, the Hierophant in reverse. We got to see about that one. You may be waiting on something that's going to come through, and you may jump the gun on something and think it's not coming through, and you may think it's a broken contract, but we got to see. Something's up. And you got the 8 of Wands, and you got the Page of Swords as the current environment or the subject at hand right here. So, 8 of Wands, Page of Swords, why are you there? For Aries. Knight of Cups. Again, that's like a message of gifts and love and friendship. Be careful of this. I'm not saying be careful of the friendship and love. Be careful what you say to somebody, because it may come across wrong. Someone may offer you something. That's what I'm seeing now. Someone may offer you something, and you may say the wrong thing to them and hurt them. So be careful of your communications. I know sometimes you don't realize that what comes out, that other people that hear it may misinterpret it or take it too seriously or not realize what's going on. So 8 of Wands in reverse, Page of Swords crossing it, and Knight of Cups there. That's clarifying why you're there for Aries. Yeah, Death in reverse. I'm thinking you're going to bring up something, or someone's going to bring up something that's a little haphazardly, so be careful of your words. Also, I see that you're waiting for something else to come in. Like you're getting impatient, and you're a little irritable. And you may snap at people if you're not careful. Now, the goal is the 5 of Wands in reverse. And that's like not wanting to argue, not wanting to battle, or maybe that's your goal to try not to argue so much or step on people's toes, hopefully. But that's what it is. I think you're not wanting to do that, but it seems like you're coming across wrong. It's just coming across wrong. So 5 of Wands in reverse. Why are you there for Aries? Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're kind of upset. You're like, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm not offering you anything anymore. I think someone wants to come out of feeling upset with you, but it's like you're seeing, just like I said, the negatives. You're seeing the 3 spilt cups and not the positives that are coming your way with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Why are you there as the goal where it crowns Aries? And realize that you do have 2 full cups. You're just not seeing it. So 3 of Cups. A lot of cups out here. There's something there for you, but it's like you're in a I don't know, like a bad mood, in a way, or just feeling a little little off. Now, the Foundation, a Chariot in reverse. Now, that could be something comes to a complete halt, you felt like, as the Foundation was supporting all this, or it's a little chaotic. That could be it, too. So, the Chariot in reverse, why you there? For Aries, in the past. Or, not in the past, the Foundation. I'll get this right. The Sun. Something's a little chaotic. Something came to a complete halt. Something that you were hoping for, something that you were really wanting. So something's got you turned around in a bad mood, irritable because something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, and you're just seeing the negatives of the situation. And sometimes, there's a reason for everything, So the Chariot in reverse, the Sun in the upright, why you there is the Foundation for Aries. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you were wanting something. You were wanting what you're wanting, a passion you had, and you were really hoping for it, but you felt like it came to a complete halt. Something kind of got thrown in the works, like a monkey wrench of some sort. Now, in the past, you thought you had a victory coming in, and maybe you did have a little bit of a victory, with something. Then all of a sudden, like, things kind of went a little south, but not all the way, not like you're thinking. So the 6 of Wands in reverse, in the upright. Why are you there? I'll get this. I'm starting to get tired. It's been a long day for me. Why are you there? You got the 6 of Swords. And when you got the 6 of Swords in reverse there, it's like you didn't have to go anywhere to get your victory. You didn't have to run off. Things were just handed to you before. But it's like, I don't know, you felt like something, you didn't get your, just rewards in something that you felt that you deserved. And now you're feeling a little disappointed. Now the 6 of Wands in the upright, 6 of Swords in reverse. Why are you there for Aries? Yeah, something you were working on with the 8 of Pentacles and working very hard on. Something you worked really hard on. It didn't come through the way you wanted it to, or it didn't work out exactly the way you wanted it to. But in the near future, you're going to second guess yourself. You're not going to trust your instincts, but you should. There's nothing wrong with trusting your instincts. It's just something that you thought was going to come through did not come the way you wanted it to. The High Priestess in reverse, while you're there in the near future for Aries. Could have to do with an emotional situation, a bond you had with somebody. It could be friends, family, or a lover, an actual lover. And you're unsure about this person or situation. Now the High Priestess in reverse, the Lovers in the upright. Why you there? For Aries. It could be also, yeah, Queen of Swords. You're dealing with the air energy possibly, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or somebody with that in their chart, or just, taking on this energy. So you can be unsure about this person. You may be actually meeting an air sign, or like I said, someone acting like this may be presented towards you or to you as a companion in the future, but you're unsure of it. It's like you're upset about something that didn't come through right. And maybe what didn't come through has something to do with this Queen of Swords and someone you had an emotional bond with. But it's like you're saying, I don't know you anymore. I thought I knew you, and I apparently I didn't. I'm hearing those words in some way. Now, the possible future outcome or advice from the universe is the Sun in reverse. That has so many meanings, but I like to clarify it first. The Sun in reverse, why you there? For Aries, as the possible future outcome or advice, why you there? Yeah, someone's trying to come out of feeling left out in the cold, but they're still not happy. Try to pull yourself out of it is what the universe is saying to you, because it's not as bad as you think it is. The Sun and the Five of Pentacles, both in reverse, why you there? For Aries. Yeah, you're chained up in your thoughts about something that occurred that you were disappointed and you're not happy. And it's the universe saying, try to become unchained, because you're chained to this situation when you don't have to be. Okay? You do not have to be chained to this. You do not have to be upset about it. It's not going to last. The disappointment, whatever you're disappointed, I don't think it's going to last. Outside environment, or what is coming towards you, you got the Ace of Rods, the passion, you're beginning into something. But for some reason, you're not seeing it coming to you. Maybe that's the Two Full Cups that, look behind you, look around you. There's something coming possibly, but we shall see. Maybe you don't trust in it. Ace of Rods in the upright as the outside environment, or what is coming towards Aries. Why are you there? Yeah, it's not much of a burden. What they're handing to you is not going to be difficult for you. Because the Nine of Wands in reverse, there's no contemplating on heavy work there. Not a heavy workload. So whatever somebody's offering you is not going to be required too much from you. Or maybe you think they're not going to put in enough of the effort. But it could go either way. Ace of Rods in the upright, Nine of Rods in reverse. Why are you there? For Aries? Queen of Cups. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that are going to offer this to you. Someone who has sound emotions. Their emotions are in check. They also are very kind, usually, and attractive, with the Queen of Cups in the upright. Now, your hopes and fears is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is in the upright. So I'm thinking you're hoping for this happiness in a home. You don't want heartbreak in there anymore. You want happiness, no heartbreak, in a home situation. Maybe you're thinking you're wanting a home. Maybe you're wanting to buy a home. Maybe you just want a good home environment. Now, Four of Wands in the upright, Three of Swords in reverse. Why are you there? For Aries? Has the hopes and fears. There it is, that Five of Wands again. And you don't want to argue and fight to get the things that you want in life. You want to have some enjoyment. No arguments. You don't want no battles. So it could be that some of you might have had a battle. Maybe you had a situation with somebody in your life. And I'm seeing air, and I'm seeing a lot of water here. So it could be air, water sign, or with a lot of it in their chart. Or like I said, someone acting like this. And maybe there was a falling away. Maybe you said something to them that irritated them or upset them, or maybe they said it to you and you popped off, But in the end, you got the Hierophant in reverse. You're thinking about, forget it. I don't even want to do any of it anymore. But someone wants to offer you something, but you may be a little stubborn, Aries. I'm not going to lie to you. I see a lot of stubborn energy here. So the Hierophant in reverse while you're there as the outcome for Aries. You may get angry and turn someone away, saying, I'm not even going to argue with you about it anymore. The Hierophant in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse while you're there. And you're feeling a little off balance and a little short-tempered, like I said. But you're to say, I don't want to argue with this anymore. Even though someone, I feel, wants to offer you something, you're going to think it's not what you're wanting. You're just be disappointed in it. But what someone is also offering you, realize that there is 2 full cups in your life that you should take advantage of. But you're not trusting in the situation. It could have to do with a lover or someone with an emotional attachment. It could be, like I said, dealing with the air sign, water. I see it all in here just about. The advice from the universe is try to make yourself, get yourself out of this mood that you're in and become unchained. And for some of you, someone else could be treating you this way and you're trying to offer them something and they're like sticking their, nose up at you, In the end, you got the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is in the upright. And as someone coming into their intuition, realizing what things are going actually on now. Maybe you're coming to realize what is the truth in the whole situation. Maybe it's going to take a little bit of an argument to get to this truth, but the High Priestess is usually about intuition and sometimes things hidden, but I usually give that to the Moon. But it's also saying, listen to your gut instinct and listen to the, keep quiet for a minute and really listen to yourself, your gut instinct of what is going on, so you can make the right decision before you go ahead and cut somebody out of your life that may want something from you. Because I think it has a lot to do with it. But it's like you're focused on getting what you're wanting in life, and you feel like if anybody gets in your way or in your way in a situation the way you want it, you may use sharp words and hurt somebody. That does happen. But what you could take from this energy, and if you want to change this around, is to watch your words. And if it's somebody doing this to you, they should watch their words and don't give into it and don't take it to heart, because it does get better with the 2 full cups. You just got to drink from it. You got to take from it and not just give up on everything. Take up, for what you're wanting in life and going for it. And in the end, listen to that intuition, because in the near future, you feel like it's wrong. But your gut instinct is right. It's just, it takes time for these energies to come in the way you want it. But I just felt like there's a little bit of a stickler there that caused you disappointment. If you know what it is, leave it in the comments. And I will be trying to give you another reading real soon. Maybe I'll give you a bonus reading to find out what's going on, because I'm just seeing this as tension and that people may say the wrong things. And I'm sure this is not the only energy coming in for Aries, so I would like to give you another bonus reading. If you want to hear about it, hit the subscribe and bell, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Nice talking to you, Aries. Bye.